Well, hello everyone, welcome back to the next fishing adventure. In today's adventure we're actually doing some hunting, and you might ask, I thought this was a fishing channel. And what I mean is, well, we're out here up in Virginia at launching from a marina that I found just doing a Google search. And what I'm looking for today, or what we're actually hunting, is an invasive species from Asia called a snakehead. So you guys might recall back in like 2004, the frankenfish and the whole scare of this invasive species that was found here in Virginia. Well, turns out that they did establish themselves here in Virginia. They're also established themselves down in South Florida, which is obviously a little bit of a drive for me. So Virginia is certainly more convenient. There's two species of snakehead in the United States. There's the Northern Snakehead, which is what we will be targeting here. They're a little hardier, they can stand colder temperatures. And then there's also one called a bullseye snakehead, which are found in Florida. Now the northern you will also find in Florida as well, but you won't find the bullseye up here up north. Now the couple of reasons that I wanted to target these fish. One, obviously it's a different new fish on the bucket list, so kind of knock that off as a new species. But also the type of fishing you do for these kinds of fish is a type of fishing I love. So top water fishing, swim baits along weed lines, and in this case would be like these lily pads or whatever kind of vegetation this is. So I will be throwing top water, more than likely just frogs, and then along the weed lines we'll be fishing with swim baits. So two of my favorite types of fishing, and there's a chance that we'll catch some bass in here as well. But all that being said, I'm working my way out. It is a beautiful day. Today is July 25th, so I hope you guys had a good 4th of July. I'm gonna just do a quick little circle so you guys can kind of see what it looks like out here. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous area. So yeah, and I'm currently in 8 feet of water. And so the idea is just find some shallow water where there's some weed lines, fish those. So let's I was talking to the gentleman on the way in and at the gate, and he was telling, well, first question he had is like, what are you doing? I said, I'm going fishing. And he said, well, what are you targeting? I said, snakehead. Do you guys have those in these water? He was like, oh yeah. He said, we got a bunch of them. He actually went on his phone and pulled out a picture of a fish that he caught that was 17 pounds 1 ounce. And at the time, he said it was 4 years ago, at the time the state record was 17 pounds 2 ounces. So they're big. They get big, they're mean, they're aggressive, they fight hard. They're known for tearing up tackle. So I'm not bringing any of my expensive hard body baits. Just everything's gonna be soft plastics on strong worm hooks and weedless frogs. So all that being said, let's get to some fishing. If I'm making more seconds of video, that means we're catching. So in this types of fishing, there's a chance that I'll get some largemouth bass as well, which is obviously a welcome. So let's get out there and see what we can catch. Okay, I found a nice little area here. It looks fishy. So what we're gonna do is get out of the current here in the main channel, and it goes up from 8 feet of water, and this is all shallow in here. And the gentleman at the gate was telling me just find a shallow water. So it goes from 8 feet, wow, super shallow, about 1.5 feet here. So we're gonna fish this whole weed line all in here, and also gets me out of that current, so I don't have to drop anchor. I can just kind of drift very slowly here. The other lure that I'm going to be throwing around, at least to start off, is this Rage Tail Menace. Same thing I use for bass. The tail is still spiked from yesterday's adventure. And this I won't swim into the weeds, but this will be right along the weed lines. A little closer to the weed line would be ideal, but just cast and retrieve. It's rigged snagless, so I can get it through mostly anything. like that. Just went through some little bit of grass there. You can see the action on it there. All right, stopping at this cove here. I mean, this is just beautiful. We don't catch any fish here. Like, this is just gorgeous. I mean, it almost looks like a Japanese Zen garden. Very, very pretty. So I did hear some commotion. I was just over on that side over there. And I heard something on the surface over here, and I saw the splash. So there's something feeding in this area. Of course, now the wind's picked up and it's made my casting a little bit more difficult. Okay, directly in front of me I can see like some rocks and some submerged logs and stuff. Good ambush points. Shallow water, all this weed line right here. We're gonna fish all that everywhere where it's clear. Okay, so I'm switching out from that popping frog to just a more traditional just looking frog. This one I just kind of work on the surface, just like that, just to make it look like a frog, just kind of skimming across. Now I might at some point just take this little quick snap off because I think it's going to mess up the action of it, but we'll see what it looks like after a few casts. There's a kayak fisherman across the way there. I'll talk to him in a moment. Kind of paddle boarding through this shallow area here. So you can see the weeds right here, but drops down another about 2 or 3 feet underneath there. It's just matted weeds. Really, really pretty. Seen a few little minnows swimming by. Okay, I just positioned the kayak. There's a little opening right here, and I just saw something blow up right there. Either a bass or a snakehead. So what I have on here now, I took the frog off. I forgot what these are called. But basically, it's weedless. The hook's embedded right in here, and I can fish it kind of like a Zara spook. So I kind of walk the dog. So I'm gonna let whatever that was kind of settle down a little bit and see if we can get it to bite. Oh my God, this would be so exciting to get on camera. Get it past all that stuff there. So a little back and forth, that's called walking the dog. Now, as I have this little deep little channel here, it would be really nice to fish my rage tail through here, but I got it tied on with 10-pound line, and my worry is any fish that I snag in here or any fish that I hook in here is going to go right into the weeds. And with that 10-pound line, I don't think I have much of a shot of getting it out. Oh my God, I know there's a fish there. Well, makes me nervous, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's throw this rage tail back there and see if we can get ourselves a bite. swims through there so pretty. Good cast. Okay, whatever is there or was there is either moved on or is not interested in anything I'm presenting here. So, what is that? Saw something long and slender chasing after us. Now it was small, but I was trying to see if maybe it was a baby gar. Is there a pickerel in here? Maybe a pickerel or a pike. There's a hit. There, I got him. I got him. It's a snakehead. Yes, baby. Yes, I knew he was in there. Yes. Oh, it's a good fish. That's what I was worried about. He gets in those weeds. All right, so there he is. Oh, battery died as I was fighting him. Look what a pretty fish. Gotta be careful with my fingers. I want to get all this grass off of him. Haven't been able to get the fish grips on him because he won't open his mouth. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow, he made a mess of my line. I don't care, we'll retie, no biggie. But I'm really trying to get fish grips on them so I can get some pictures of them. But I got to be careful, they've got teeth. Now this is not a very big one. This is probably about 5 pounds. They get lots, considerably bigger than this. But I love those patterns. What a pretty fish. Well, state law says that I have to kill those fish when I catch them. He must have got the memo because I was trying to get the hook out of him. Got the hook out of him and I was trying to get him to open his jaw to get my fish grips in him. And he broke my hemostat, flipped out of the net, fell back in the water. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like killing fish, so I'm kind of glad that he got off. At the same time, you know, just trying to do my best to keep him in the boat, and also want to get some more pictures of him. I only got the one picture of him, and of course my battery died as I was fighting him in, so I didn't even get the landing. But I re-rigged. I changed the pattern. I went with a darker color and I still spiked the tail, so you got that little bit of chartreuse there. These fish are reaction strikers, so as long as it's passing along them and doing, you know, flashing a little bit, I think there's a good chance that they'll bite at it. But I'm gonna start working my way all through in here and see if we can get a few more. So that was awesome. It really was a good fight on 10-pound line, which I really was overmatched, but I was still able to horse him in. So that was a little nerve-wracking, but I got him in. So I worked my way in a little bit. I caught him off at this little point right here where the weeds come out. So I'm gonna fish a little bit further up. Don't want to go over there until I fished it, making sure I don't spook any fish. You see how that swims through there? Really attractive. All right, let's go ahead and work our way back into that little pocket back there. Fish on, it's a bass. Oh, we got off. It was a bass. Oh, darn it. It is okay. All right, I'm heading out of here. It is 1:15. I've succeeded in my mission today. Now, yes, I only landed one fish. I only had 2 bites total, but that one fish was the fish I was after. Got that, some of it on video, and got one snapshot of it before it got loose. But all in all, it was worth it, and I'm happy with the outcome of today. I'm definitely coming back here, and I think right here where I was just fishing on the other end of the bay there looked like there might be a marina, which means there might be a boat launch there. Instead of having to pedal my way back another 2.5 miles upstream here, it'd be a lot easier to put in there. So I'm gonna go home, look on the Google Maps and see if there's something a little bit closer. All that being said, definitely coming back. Had a great time. Did a lot of sightseeing. I actually spent a lot of time not even fishing. It's just such a really pretty area. So definitely enjoyed my time on the water. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will catch you on the next fishing adventure.